Hi guys, it's Jack Halsey here from the Jack Halsey Golf Academy, here part of the In the Red Golf Series tutorials. Out here on the first hole over at the academy. Today I'm just going to be going through a basic chip shot, something I think we can all be better at. I think the short game's a really vital part to make sure that our scoring is as consistent and as low as possible. As you can see here, about 10-15 yards. There's definitely an area that we all end up in, either short the green, left, right. You know, we've got something around the green and we've got to get it close to the pin to then put it close enough to have one putt or even chip in. The shot that I'm going to be playing for you today is relatively low shot. It's basic chip shot. It's nothing sort of too broad. I'm not going to go in and try and get something lofted and flop it in the air, or try and hit something that immediately, you know, stops as it lands. Basically what I want to be doing here, guys, is just showing you what I would be doing in this scenario. I think with chipping it's really important to understand that every scenario is different, and the way that you add that scenario up is then going to dictate what club you use and then what shot you're deciding to pick. So it's just one, that's a real highlight for me there. You know, I'm looking at the scenario here, I'm thinking, okay, I've got a bit of apron here and a bit of fringe to work with, and then I've also got a lot of green until I get to the flag. So for me here, I'm not going to try and fly it all the way. There's nothing really, you know, in between me and the flag that's going to cause me much of an issue. You know, I can hit this pretty low and let it run towards the flag, so I don't need to land it too close to the flag. If anything, I want to land it pretty close to the edge of the green and then use the rest of the green to get that ball close to the hole. First bits first, as I'm setting up to the ball, I always like to tell people feet just inside shoulder width. You see a lot of people putting the club together like this. I always find that's a little bit awkward. I'd like to see inside shoulder width. We like with the full swing a bit outside, maybe try inside shoulder width for that setup here. Ball position pretty central. Okay, really important part though is holding my weight on that left foot. Okay, I see a lot of people when they're chipping, we tend to get that top, hands released too soon. It's a bit like in another video we did, we spoke about trying to fix a hook. Okay, a lot of people lean on this right foot and they flip their hands. So just make sure that our weight's on this left side. It really helps me have a great angle of attack into the ball so that I can get a really nice strike and let the club do the work for me. You know, it's really, really important. If I'm not leaning on that left side and I'm on the right, I'm just going to either blade it or I'm going to hit the top of the ball, and it's just going to, I've basically got no control of then the end result. Okay, and like I say, this is the area you want to make sure you're hitting it close, giving yourself the best chance to shoot that lowest score possible. All right, so I've got my width of stance. I've also got how I'm going to hold my balance on that left side. Again, same with the grips, pretty neutral. Now, just get my aim. But the next part's obviously the motion of the swing. I'm not exactly going to be standing here and fully swinging. All right, the ball's going to go a country mile. So ideally here, guys, what you want to be thinking is if I had a putter in my hand, how hard would I hit that putt? It's something I go through with people for this type of shot to give them a bit of something that they can relate to, something they've already done, an action that they understand and already know, but also to simplify it. Just feel like you've got a putter in your hand. Really, really simple. I'm not trying to release the hands and use the bounce too much. Okay, from having my weight on this left side, I've got a great angle of attack into the ball to create a good strike. I just want to feel like I've got a putter in my hand. Okay, see how I bump that? See, it just pushes the ball for me. Really, really simple. It's nothing too extravagant. Ideally, you know, we do love seeing those shots, especially on the TV when they, you know, chucking it high and you see them spinning it close, but obviously it's different conditions, it's different scenarios. For this scenario here, I'm simply, firstly I'm going to get my line as I've stood behind the ball, set up, feet inside shoulder width, weight left, and just feel like if I had a putter in my hands, how hard would I putt it? You know, how much weight would I put into that? Okay, there's not too much wrist movement. I'm simply using the shoulders to rock back and rock through. All right, just go again for you. There, rock back, rock through. All right, you see there, I'm landing it pretty close to the front of the green. The club I'm using is a 52 degrees, so it's a gap wedge. You know, I'm landing it pretty close to the green. This club here is going to probably make the ball roll a little bit more when it lands as well. I'm not using a lob wedge or anything. If anything, you could go pitching wedge, even maybe a 9 iron, 8 iron. For me, I like to use a 52 degree, and it basically gets me onto the green. And then look, as you see here, so just get my line again, get my setup, so feet inside shoulder width, weight left, just rock those shoulders like a putt. And just bump it on, see how it then rolls out at the end. Guys, thanks for watching. Again, I'm Jack from the Jack Halsey Golf Academy. This is the ITR Tutorial Series on how to hit a chip shot. Guys, thanks for watching. Cheers.